What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. Okay, so I wanted to talk just briefly about vouchers and where we are at, because one of the interesting conversations that's happening right now is how we are essentially going to get a potential voucher reset, right? So I'm here on Peak Monsters. Shout out to Jarvie and the Peak Monsters team. And looking at the top holders page, we can see here that the current amount, and I'm going to trust the numbers that they have here, and I've seen it listed in several other places. So the current amount is roughly 5 billion vouchers. I'm sorry, 5 million vouchers. I was like, wait a second. Okay, so we have 5 million vouchers. And what's happening over the next couple of weeks is we are going to get 2 new projects launching with their pre-sales and then subsequent general sales that I think are going to follow right into it, right? It's not like the pre-sale starts and then the pack sales are going to be available for the general sale later. So these 3 million Riftwatcher packs, as well as the 2 million tower defense packs, which will all require a voucher. Well, actually, no, I take that back. Riftwatchers at 3 million packs will all require a voucher, but Tower Defense, only the first 250,000 will require a voucher. Now, the discount that the voucher gets you pretty much makes it required, but there might be some people who are either lazy, uninformed, misinformed, and just don't, you don't actually have to use a voucher. You can use 8,000 DEC, but obviously the voucher, as long as it's below $3, is going to get you a discount on that award or on that pack. So 5 million vouchers currently in circulation, and roughly 5 million vouchers worth of things that we'll be able to get, or 5 million things worth of vouchers that we'll be able to buy as a community and player base. So if you think about that, because this is happening in the next, actually really in the next week is when the sale is going live, starting for Riftwatchers, and then the tower defense will be right afterwards. So that wipes out everything. That's essentially a voucher reset. Now, what's going to be fun to follow or interesting to follow is what is the voucher inflation on, we'll just say like a monthly basis, right? You got 40,000 vouchers that come out every single day. And just for rough numbers, every month or every 30 days, we are getting 1.2 million vouchers added into the ecosystem. So we have the potential to sell out of all of Riftwatchers as well as all of Tower Defense pretty much right away. Like once the pre-sales are done and it goes straight into the general sale, the vouchers are there for it, right? Especially for Riftwatchers, since all those require vouchers. On the other side, there are enough vouchers for everybody to get a discount on packs, and it will make sense to use a voucher for those packs. So it could happen. Am I saying that it will? No, not at all. And I actually think that there's a little too much hype and FOMO right now, and we're probably going to see an extended period of time where packs are available for both of these. But the fact that these sales or these options exist and are available and will be consistently using vouchers means that they will be getting eaten up. So depending on how long these sales take, right? And we're starting in September, mid-September. Let's just give it like 3 months between now and the end of the year. And I'm not saying that we're going to sell out of everything by the end of the year. My point being is that if between now and the end of the year, right, we're going to have those 5 million vouchers available, but we're also going to be getting another 1.2 million vouchers per month. So between mid-September or October and the end of the year, we're going to be adding 3.6 million vouchers. So it's cool that there's a potential voucher reset if everything gets bought up right away, but it is going to get filled very quickly. Now, Riftwatchers will be playable right away, but the voucher sync that I think people are most excited for, at least I'm excited for, when it comes to consistent or consistent opportunities to spend vouchers or consistent utility, is within the tower defense game, and that could be 6 months out, right? So if you just think about the fact that they're shooting for a Q1 release and that delays happen, right? Not just with this team, but all across everywhere, but delays happen. If we get it in Q1 at the latest, that'd be March. And that's going to add in 3.6 million on Q4, and then another 3.6 million in Q1. So that's like 7 million vouchers that'll be added back into the ecosystem that doesn't account for Riftwatchers selling out. So where that leads us, I don't know, and what else will be happening between now and the end of the year, as well as the end of maybe Q1. There may be some other voucher syncs that come into the mix. But I got to say, 7.2 million vouchers between now and March or end of March of next year, that's a lot of vouchers, right? And sure, once the tower defense thing goes live, people might start using vouchers to level up in the game, to buy things, to get discounts. That's all good and well. I don't know what the team has planned in terms of other voucher utility outside of these, right? Because when you think about it, it's just like, okay, there's 5 million vouchers now. They're putting out products that should theoretically eat up these 5 million vouchers. But depending on how much of an appetite the community has for these things, well, we'll have to see, because the longer it goes out, the less capital that people have. Well, now all of a sudden, that means more voucher inflation is happening. Now, the one thing that I haven't covered is node licenses, because node licenses will be an ongoing utility for vouchers. Technically, they will get you a discount. And even with the voucher pump to $1, they're getting you like a 66% discount on the voucher portion, right? Or really a 33% discount, because if the vouchers are at $1 and tranche one is, 1,500 plus 500 vouchers. Yeah, that's getting you it's getting you a 33% discount off the actual price, which is supposed to be $3,000. So I don't know how quickly we're going to go through tranche one, but we are seeing vouchers, or we are seeing nodes start to move a little bit more. And yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a fun couple of months to watch. Now, I don't think it's going to be fireworks, right? Just again, trying to keep things conservative here. I don't think it's all necessarily going to be fireworks. I think it could be fun to see, and it's going to depend especially on like the macro environment. Now, we have seen Splinterlands kind of buck the trend in the past, both in a good way and in a bad way, right? Bitcoin pumps, and sometimes SPS just goes down, and sometimes Bitcoin is down, right? Like September of last year, and something is announced, and SPS is pumping. And as we've seen, Bitcoin kind of dipped down into the 18Ks, yesterday or 2 days ago, and SPS kind of stayed flat. And now SPS is going up, even though Bitcoin is just trading sideways. So there is some activity. I would say there's actually quite a bit of activity happening within the Splinterlands ecosystem. People are buying vouchers, they're buying SPS, they are buying node licenses, right? So there is some capital. The whales are positioning themselves. Players are positioning themselves to get packs or whatever the case is. So I don't think that the FOMO is going to lead to instant sellouts for everything. But I wouldn't be surprised to see some of that FOMO have some positive impacts, right? Like I have said, like my pie in the sky for Riftwatchers is to push the price of SPS to 10 cents. Like I think 10 cents is pie in the sky. I don't think it's going to go that high. If it does, that'd be great. But again, if it doesn't, that's kind of what I'm expecting. If it goes even above that, and we get like Gank predictions, and he's right, like Gank, that would be awesome, man. I really hope you're right. But at this point in time, that's kind of just what I'm seeing or feeling. If there's a rally in the broader markets, if the Ethereum merge hits well and everything goes smoothly, and all of a sudden you get a lot of capital and interest flowing back into the system, it could go anywhere, right? Because there's a lot of very bad global macroeconomic factors, but there's also some potential positive things that could happen, which I maintain are not good long-term positive, but short potential pump and dump positive, both micro within Splinterlands as well as macro, within like the election cycle coming up and them trying to pump the economy or, make it look much better than it actually is for that time period. So we will see where things go. But getting back to what this video is supposed to be about, because I've digressed so far, a voucher reset is potentially in line. Will it happen? I don't think so. But depending on how long these sales go for, right? And I think the important thing to think about is I'm sure the team still wants to sell out of Chaos Legion within the models of November. So if Chaos Legion sells out in November, you have to wonder if Riftwatchers could be right behind it, the same way that DICE and Untamed kind of work together. So again, I think there's a lot of hype. I think we should remember how people felt before the Chaos Legion launch and how the fact that 9 months later, Chaos Legion is still available for sale. So don't get caught up in the hype. Don't get caught up in the FOMO, but just these are numbers for you to think about and to kind of plan ahead. So I think vouchers will be very important. I think vouchers will have great ongoing utility. I think the team is going to try and drive as much value there. And I'm hopeful that there will be other projects or opportunities that they are launching that will require vouchers in the meantime. Because outside of these, between now and when there's consistent voucher utility outside of nodes, so I'm talking about within a game that will have, something that players consistently come back for, which would be tower defense. We could be 4 to 6 months away from that, which could add in, several million vouchers within that time. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How are you thinking about this? Are you stacking vouchers right now? Or are you thinking that vouchers are going to dump at some point again? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I will catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.